Right. Journey continues. The Black Legion. Just put my phone on silent real quick. Hey lads. What do we have here? Monolith. Okay. Level 1 ranged guy. Oh yeah. Lost freeze. Decent bit of potential on that lad. How many heavy lads do we actually have? Only 3 on the front line. The archers don't have... archers. The dagger guys don't have to be heavy armor. But... and Arbus is going to be a 2-handed flail user. So really I've got to replace these 2 goons with a 2-handed mace user and a 2-handed flail user. Got a polearm lad, polearm, bannerman in reserve. And then just a bunch of sacrifices. Yeah, I hope we can turn into a shield breaker if he gets converted. We'll have to see. This lad's just a sacrifice. Assembly generates some Wiedergängers. I think I was going to leave them. Do I really want to mess with that? I mean, why not? Decent bit of XP there, I think. That'll be a nice little simple fight. Start the evening off on. Pulled. Ah, the ranged lads. I've got to give them guns. Or maybe just keep throwing weapons. And we go. I'm glad you like it. I'm very pleased with the work that Hroger did. It's just amazing seeing what talented artists can do. Right. Forward. Up, forward and up 1, lads. You're gonna go there, so I go here. Unconductive, fair enough, as you say. Personal taste. I'm very pleased. I much prefer the new stuff. So it looks more cohesive as far as I'm concerned. Anyway. The daggers actually aren't that bad. As long as you're using puncture, because it's just straight hit points, and these things don't have a lot of hit points. It still takes a bit of getting used to fighting anything on this, you know, this background on the desert terrain. Pretty cool. Oh, so close. Okay, well, which shield are we breaking? We're breaking that shield. Well struck. I do like how powerful defensively the front line are. It's going to be very interesting once we start using 2-handed flails. I'm not at all certain that it's even the right thing to do, but we'll experiment. Come on, get him. Yeah, the banner that he made is brilliant. And you could see that the previous banner was just my, you know, basic bitch MS Paint skills. Right, there you go. Move up, Stobbs. There you go. Going here on the legionary. Good stabbing. No, 75 missed. In retrospect, in this kind of formation, I would have been better off having the two axe guys together, so they can focus one shield per turn and then move down the line. Come on. $59, not that high. Good. She should have waited there, could have broken that shield. Oh, wrong target. Whoops. Well, I mean, this one's nearly destroyed anyway, so. This was a bit of a clumsy fight. I could have done this better, but it's the first fight of the night. Dagger lads doing work. Arbus not doing work. Oh! Ah, Lawkeeper. I'm not even familiar with the Lawkeeper. I really like the shield breakers. They're so versatile. I would say though that if I'm in a position where I can get brothers that are just 12 superstars, you know, then I probably wouldn't run the shield breakers. But I think for most people, most of the time, they're gonna find a lot of value in the shield breakers. That fatigue is no good. Oh, great. Yeah, please don't run it for me. I'm gonna have to find that out the hard way, aren't I? Let's just see, what's everyone wearing here, because these... that kettle hat's actually excellent. Yeah, like replacing these. For someone who is nimble, it's actually superior. But these lads are going to be heavy armor wearing, so... That's how I learn. I get my face rolled, I get completely destroyed. $290. Yeesh. Wait. Schmelsheim has a workshop. It's weird when our little village has a workshop. Not something you expect to see. The shouting cultist. Oh, yeah, he's great, isn't he? Also, 260 is also expensive, but gotta pay, unfortunately. But I'm sure so that you've unlocked your shouting, you know, priest guy. I think you'll know now what I mean. When I say that I very much don't want my tank on the flank to be the one who does it. I very much want my bannerman to be the one to do the shouting. Fallen hero, nope, that's not a good fight. That's not a good fight either. Ooh. Lots, many, yeesh. It's cool, isn't it, Raffle? I love it. Ooh, 717. Cash money. I kind of want to sell the sulfurous rock. Sell one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh, 340. Og. Get the lads good and drunk. Imagine if you had to eat nothing but dried fruit, bread, and beer. So think of the shit you would take after that. The sulfurous rock combines to make fire grenades. Greenskins Marauding, pay us more. 13.90, that's a good payday, I'll take that. Cheers. Let's keep looking for superstars. Nope. 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 Promising, promising, but no. He did roll max defense. But tiny, so minus damage, which I don't like. Where are we going? Rothenbach. Let's go south. Let's slip across here. Oh, damn it. He would make a decent tank, but I don't need another tank. We might as well fight these undead. Everyone's armor repaired. It is. I mean, I would much rather have huge than tiny on the front line. Remember, we're looking for superstars now, so I want guys with multiple stars in melee defense and melee offense. The dream is triple melee offense, triple melee defense, triple fatigue. But that is so unspeakably rare. I might actually run there and start doing some stabbing. I really got to give these ranged guys some throwing axes. Even maybe just until this undead invasion is over. Retinue plan. I think we can actually replace our recruiter right now. And we can replace the recruiter. Ideally, I want to replace him with the bounty hunter. But I don't have legendaries. But in short, that's it. I want bounty hunter. I wonder if I taunt here, then well, he wouldn't be rotating out anyway. Actually, that was a waste. Just run around the northern flank. Haha! Yes, Stobbie. It's a pity we haven't got our hands on a Catal dagger yet. But that rondelle is performing perfectly fine. No, I don't have taunt yet, do I? Good blocking. Yes, lads. Like in this kind of fight now, if we had gone for the axe goons rather than flail goons, this fight would have been a bit easier. Oh, owie! That's my plan for James. Oh, he's just a goon, so I mean, yeah, we can rotate him out. Ugh. And that right there is all we've got to replace the goons. They take one hit and they're pretty much out. Need that heavy armor, but we knew this was going to happen in our campaign. We expected this. We expected to have a bunch of... Oh, god damn it. A bunch of light armor lads that'll need to get replaced. Just gonna have to raise morale, but wait, I didn't bring a raise morale lad along. And there's the power of the tank. The breaking morale was not something I was expecting to have to deal with this turn. Anko, no. Alright, his defense is still decent. Oh, these pikemen are the worst. Come on. Fix your morale, mate. He's okay. It's not even worth hitting that guy. He's so much armor, but I mean, it is an obelisk, so pretty powerful crossbow. Even with the damage reduction from being a piercing weapon, it's still pretty good. That's the sound I want to hear. Dodges and shields being hit. Owie. I think I can move up and still shoot on the next turn. Arbus, he's off. Technically I should have waited for him to have his turn, but I'm pretty sure I can blast through him pretty quick. Ugh. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, come on. Well, I suppose he is a low-level lad, so fair enough. Wonder what their resolve numbers are like. I suppose I could check how much my resolve gets lowered by to calculate it. Whoopsie! Sorry, Stobbie. Didn't realise that. No, not the headshot. This was not supposed to be a tough fight, and we quite struggled. But hey, it's not as though we have our full squad yet, so... I mean, we have loads of lads, but none of them are like superstars yet. Well done, boys. Also, I'm always happy to get padded kettle hats. They are very good. There's one. And then this kettle hat is actually superior to the padded dented nasal. 110 for 7, 115 for 6. Far superior. Tank lad, monolith tank lad. Is he going to need gifted? Well, he's certainly going to need Colossus. Look at those dreadful hit points. Okay, so for my ranged lad, this guy could actually be a bow user. So then maybe we take fast adaptation. But either way, we know he's going to need quick hand, so we might as well take that. And we can either loot or just buy some throwing axes. It's 2 + 3. Points a touch low. Fatigue doesn't need to be that high, actually. Got hit points. 73, like 80, 75 to 80. It's about minimum. Brawny. I suppose I can give him brawny, and then he can wear thick plated armor. Yep, good. Right, lost freeze. Then some time off. Ouchie. And speaking of the retinue, I kind of hope we can raise enough money now from selling all this junk and actually get another retinue member. I think the next one we want is like 3,000 gold. That's 4-3. And actually strip down my sacrifices of anything valuable. Quick check. We already bought a few guys here, didn't we? Brawlers, always good. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And huge is very nice as well, but -4 defense. Yeesh. Fear of beasts we can get rid of. This, damn, I need guys with stars in melee defense if they're going to be superstars. He's so close to being what we needed. That star in hit points needed to be in defense. I already have polearm lads. I've got my 2 shield breakers. We're looking for 1 more ranged guy and then 2 more two-handed weapon users. As has been mentioned before, thieves make it decent. But then again, minus damage. So if I take melee defense every level and I take gifted, he'll get plus 28 melee defense. Giving him 32 melee defense. Maybe we could justify making this lad one of the two-handed mace users, because the slightly lower damage means less when he's stunning people, but the two-handed weapon guys need to just be bonking people, and we have a stable retinue. Now is not the time to be compromising. To hold out for the superstars. Someone bring down that plumed transgressor. It's definitely noticeable that we are now very much in the next phase of the campaign. We have very much moved away from the scrounging and just surviving part. Now it's the eternal, looking for better brothers phase. We need a dumb one if he's going to be hireable or convertible. I love an apprentice. That's not what we need. Almost. But Jumas? I'm interested. I want to try to convert a juggler. I want to see whether if you convert him, he keeps the plus chance to hit the head. Clumsy, nope. Nope. No, 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 no. That's a pity. That is an 8-star brother, but it's all in the wrong place. Pessimist, hesitant. There's loads of squires and bastards. You do lose it. That's unfortunate. This lad might actually be decent as our 4th ranged guy. So 42 is fairly low on the starting roll. 2 stars in range skill gives him 4, so 82 plus 4 with gifted is... nah. And a brute. Nope. Glad you like it, Jumas. So now I've pretty much spent the money I could have spent on that next retinue member. But I'm happy to do so. Investing in your lads is always a good investment. Right, onwards. Where are we going? Oh, totally the wrong way. Oopsie. We certainly need to stop repairing items before selling them. If we were in a more tool-rich environment, it will be easier. I will say though that fighting marauding greenskins is going to be even easier with all this undead invasion happening. Some ambushes, some skirmishes, that's eminently doable. The ambushes are obviously super irritating, but there's no shaman, there's no overseer. Sincerely hope they're going to run towards us now. Marauding does eat a lot of ranged fire, doesn't he? But 12 ranged defense is not great. Okay, they are coming forward. Excellent. In fact, I think my front line can just put their shields up and the back line can shoot. Although, let's take the high ground as presented. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This can be a bit awkward. One, two, three. No, messed that up. I hope that doesn't end up costing me. I really haven't moved properly. Yeesh. Well, are the Wolf Riders going to hit the front line this turn? Possibly. Well, that's like, here you go, 5 out of 6 shots have all hit you. Well, we'll keep giving you, every level up, we'll give you a point in range defense. I think it makes sense that they will always shoot at you because you do probably have some of the lowest range defense. Oh, I want these crossbows to start hitting. These crossbows should still be one shot for the most part. Don't charge them yet. I want these backline to get their crossbow bolts off first. There we go. Here's Itchy. Ah. Greenskins are the worst, aren't they? Roger, evening. Roger, it's been nothing but kind words and compliments for the channel art you've made. Very pleased. Zedog, good evening. Just in time for slaughtering some greenskins. Bloody James, I'm looking forward to replacing these goons now. They have very much gone past their power curve. Alrighty, interesting. Ow. hit. Off with his head. They didn't like that. That's actually quite scary. All good. Thank you for subbing, bud. And the 10 gift sub. Very kind, Modern. Righto. Reload. Prepare to fire! It's going to get interesting here now, with our backlines getting hit by these wolf riders. I haven't really felt the effect of Fearsome in this fight yet. Ah, okay, cool. 10th gift up. Okay, no, 100%. There we go. Anyway, so what I was saying about the goons is that they have very much outlived the part of the game where they are powerful. They're now noticeably weaker in a lot of these fights. So, just need them to hang around until we can replace them with heavy armor wearing two-handed lads. Come on. Interesting. Okay, so you can, that's pretty cool. You can still shoot, even though there's no one in the second square. That's good. That makes sense too. These little fuckers. Technically, we should have waited till nighttime, but I didn't want to wait around. Now we're not going to be able to reload that handgun. Oh, for God's sake! The handguns are okay. I haven't yet had the chance to experience their real power, which is going to be when we are super outnumbered by, you know, swarms of zombies. Having 2 handguns and 2 polearm lads, I think is going to be the way to go. In fact, speaking of the polearm lads, let's let the shield breakers set up. Get the polearm lads in here. Can shoot at friendly noble arbalesters. Well, I'm sure you're not suggesting that I would shoot friendly arbalesters in the back to try to get their crossbows. Because sadly, that was removed quite a while ago. Well done, Modern, actually dodging an arrow for once in your life. Okay, interesting. They actually ran into contact now this turn. I couldn't help but wonder if that was in response to moving someone back. Oh yeah, but tasted the old medicine, huh? Double reap. I think that deserves a...
Ooh, you know you did.
So that was the first time we got to use the sword lance. It's great. Isn't it incredible what a difference it makes in the fight when the enemy actually, you know, moves in a way that suits you? Ugh. Maybe for modern I should change that armor attachment to the one that reduces the range damage you take. Is it thick fur? Because I imagine with thick fur and nimble, he'll take extremely little damage from ranged fire. Ha 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 ha! Yeah, he's laughing now, bitch boy. Oh. I mean, these things hardly have any armor, so you could argue that you don't really need to be stabbing, but why not? Does it show me the hit chance on my own lad? It doesn't. Correct, white unhold attachment. Well, conductive, I certainly wouldn't argue that, but as I would imagine you familiar with now with my style of leveling guys, I take a look at their stats when I hire them, and then purely based on that, that'll determine whether they get put in heavy or light armor. Maybe it's a change that I could make for the better, where I start giving lads just straight up heavy armor, even if it means they have totally crap fatigue. Careful, Z-Dog. Like in this campaign, I made my low priority lads light armor wearers, just because they're so much cheaper to build that way, because you don't have to hunt for heavy armor. But if I have another campaign, I think I will just, right from the start, give everyone heavy armor, kind of no matter what. And then feel like, even if someone has like, I don't know, 40 fatigue, maybe then you just give them particular weapons just to, you know, cater for that. Like, I don't know, spear, sword, light on fatigue. Two-handed mace is very light on fatigue. Because my goons have been great for the last 200 days, but now the goons are becoming a liability because of their lack of survivability. Well crossbowed. Yeah! Yeah! I think that's it. So don't get, but again, it's not that simple, because if, well, you don't have to, but for me, if I'm building a two-handed guy, he had better have stars in melee defense, because then I would say if someone is very easy to hit, very fine, we'll take you to Schmidheim. If a lad has, you know, heavy armor, but he has crap melee defense, he would be just as survivable, or even a little bit less. What I'm trying to say is that heavy armor will mean less if every single swing that gets sent his way hits him, you know? Berserk, I think we've got nimble, we've got footwork. Maybe we pick up bullseye, we can start shooting at enemy archers, but it's not really how we're playing. What's up, Devusar? Should I stockpile jagged pikes? Maybe. I mean, much later on in the campaign, we're going to want loads of jagged pikes. I mean, hell, even if it's like 12 jagged pikes, we're fighting the Kraken. We're going to see if we can make it bleed. I saw someone on Reddit saying that that's a very good tactic. Oh, hello. No. Crap stats. Unfortunate. Nope. Ooh, that's nice. Oh, put those stars there. Put that star there. Nope. Nope. Well, it does only have one turn bleed indeed, but the thing is, I think that when you kill a tentacle, it does like 5 points of damage. So if you hit it with a goblin pike and you do 1 damage, but you inflict 5 on bleeding, you've basically done as much damage as you would have done for killing a tentacle. And it only cost you, what, 4 AP to stab. So what we wanted to try in our previous offline campaign was the effectiveness of the Kraken, not Kraken, Lindworm acid, which I'm now increasingly dubious of, but I still want to try that. 4, 5, 6, 7. So when it does come time for us to fight the Kraken eventually, this time what we're going to be testing is a combination of both. We're going to take in Lindworm acid and we're going to take pikes. Yeah, like those first few tentacles do like 15 damage, and then by the end you're only doing 5. If you guys remember the last time we fought the Kraken, it took almost 2 hours to do that fight. It was such a bummer. Should be a quick mission. Follow the tracks. Wait a second. Do all our cultists have tattoos? We need face tattoos. Oh yeah. Speaking of tattoos, I'm sitting on Wednesday for more work on my left arm. I can't wait. It's long overdue to get more work done. Oh no, I suppose I should have actually made a little video telling you guys, but the last week of September and the first week of October, I'm on leave from work, so I've got 2 whole weeks where I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming. I'm going to go on a 4-day fishing trip there at some point during those 2 weeks, but for the rest of the 2 weeks, try to do a morning and evening stream every day. Can't wait. I bring in leader and some thugs. Oh baby, baby, baby. For this one, let's take the shield breakers. It's been a while since we fought some good old raiders. Missed them. It's actually true conductive, yeah, maul them with hammers. But then I want to think about what my lads are in terms of their specialization. Because if they're hitting, well, actually a one-handed hammer would always do 10 damage. So one-handed hammers should actually be the best weapons against the Kraken. But the problem with that is then you've got to be in melee range and then you just die. So pole hammer then. Oh yes, give me your armor. But I think you always have to bookend the discussion of how you're going to fight the Kraken with the disclaimer that it's dependent on what your guys have expertise in and whether you want to take the risk of getting into melee contact with it, because it's obviously lethal. Oh, that's brilliant. That's exactly the kind of armor I want. 6 more sets like that. To my mind, what he's wearing there is like, you know, basic male, you know, entry-level heavy armor. Jonathan, yes, that's exactly how a headhunter works now. I can show you where one of my flail lads go next. And as we've seen in this campaign, our flail guys with Headhunter have been lethal against any organic target that doesn't wear a helmet. Even when we were fighting orcs, like orc warriors, occasionally you'll fight orc warriors, more so in the beginning of the game. You'll fight orc warriors that don't wear helmets, and you can do like 90 damage on a hit to the head. Because you roll for how much? 25 to 55 plus 50%. So it's like 40 to 75 pretty much. And the injuries when you hit the head are brilliant. But Arbus doesn't have Headhunter, because he's going to be using a two-handed orc flail at some point. We need him to hit level 11, and we need to get ourselves one of those flails. Okay, there you go. Hit the head with Lash. The character is guaranteed to land a hit to the head and the next attack connected. Bam. I love that change. It basically saves you like 12 fatigue. Because very often when I used to use flails before this change, I would feel that I would have to use Lash twice a turn. It's 19 times 2. Now it's 19 plus 10, so 29 fatigue. Saves you 10 fatigue. Stab, stab, stab. Just remember, if you miss the attack after you've hit the head, you lose the stack. Unfortunately. Glad to hear it, Jitmanus. I'm looking forward to actually playing some Blood Bowl again, and I'm gonna commission Kroger to do some Blood Bowl themed art. But I think let's wait till Blood Bowl 3. I might need that long just to, you know, feel like I can stomach playing Blood Bowl again. Headhunter Duelist using Lash and Flail. I would say go for it, experiment with it. But the thing is, the real advantage of the Flail build is that you are ideally hitting someone who doesn't wear a helmet. So therefore armor isn't an issue because you're attacking an unarmored body part. And like, if I'm attacking a guy with that helmet, 265, I wouldn't want to be using Lash, because even with Duelist, you wouldn't have enough damage going through to hit points to justify using the fatigue, I think. Yeah, that's true. I mean, hell, who knows? If we find a brother who has the stats that we think we can make a Duelist build work, we can certainly try it. Oh, that's right. And so we are in the market for one more. Yes, that's right. I'm not going to have a two-handed mace guy. I'm going to have a two-handed cleaver guy. I want a two-handed lad who can use the two-handed cleaver from the ice cave. So we need to hire another two-handed mace lad and another two-handed cleaver lad. The good thing with 3 is you can't be killed so easy anymore. Okay, because the thrown stones are out. Injury die is now 1 in 8 to kill instead of 1 in 6. Okay, good. Any way that they can nerf punching teams will make me happy. I kind of suspect that the changes they made to the throwing game to make throwing and dodgy and edgy teams less good was just to appease the people who are going to complain. I think they felt like, well, we can't just nerf the punching game. We have to nerf the passing and dodging game as well. Excellent. Where's the helmet though? Ugh, that's annoying. And it didn't give me the cleaver. We're paid to return it. That's what we'll do. Righto, so Albus. This should be a slight upgrade. Yeah, 210. And then on the front line here, light armor wearing, light armor wearing, light armor, heavy armor, heavy armor. Shiny, fancy. You see what I mean about what I want my two-handed guys to have? Like, I'm happy to even compromise on their melee attack, but melee defense is, I think, super important, man. Look at this. 84 fatigue. Oh, God, he's got so much potential, this guy. This is exactly the star distribution that you would want. And he's a 7 out of 9 star. This is one of the best star distributions we've ever had. And just wait till he gets higher and higher levels. I mean, eventually he'll be a chosen of Davkul. So melee and range defense, hit points, resolve, and fatigue recovery. Oh god, that'd be so good. So like 35. Make that 40 melee defense. It's gonna be good. Gonna be good. He certainly does need underdog. Oh yeah, Jimbo, which episode was that? Was it episode 34 or 31? Because in my campaign, when you say that squad wipe, there's not only one, my man. Long War of the Chosen is fucking hard. It's hard. Okay, so Arbus is going to be using an orc flail. Recover is mandatory. Oh yeah. Okay, when I died, yeah. Is it just me or that was a trap mission? That was definitely a trap mission. Because I mean, for the enemies that were on the field there, for that strength level, I mean that country was strength level 4, and there were 2 centurions, and the what's the acid face guy shoots the globs of acid. I mean, force level 14 is quite high, but anyway, just unlucky. It's just you are super unlucky when those trap missions are missions where you can't call in your own extraction. Andromedon, yeah. So underdog we're going to be getting. It's just a question of when do I get it? Do I get it at 10 or 11? Getting it now doesn't kind of make much of a difference because he's not going to be used in that position. We can kind of use him as an I mean, he's not going to be using Shield Expert, and his defense is pretty damn good. In some of these fights, we can even let him fight with his flail like this. Adrenaline, I think he might actually have the fatigue for it. So in any case, when he's got his two-handed flail, we've got 10, a perk at 10 and 2 at 11, so we've got 3 perks left. Underdog, I think, is mandatory. Berserk, I'm not so certain about. I might even compromise on Berserk. Oh yeah, Overwhelm, not Overwhelm, Reach Advantage, and Underdog are the mandatory ones. Adrenaline is quite good too for Reach Advantage because it lets you get stacks of Reach Advantage up before the enemy gets to attack. And I only say Reach Advantage because remember, he's going to be using that swing in a big circle. Thresh, he's going to be using Thresh. Thresh gains +5 chance to hit, which he's going to need because his melee skill is not great. He kind of needs fast adaptation. Is this a heavy armored duelist, lad? No, because as we discussed, we need our two-handed flail guys to sit in that position like that, eventually. And then eventually this will be the two-handed cleaver. Cleaver, dagger, dagger, sword, sword, flail, flail. And then those are flex depending on the enemy types. Just pick up Underdog and be done with it. I mean, I'm going to get it anyway, so. Let's have Arbus fight like this for a little while. Although, range defense. Ooh, +4. Yes. Excellent. Tank lad, shield expert. Do my tank lads take gifted. Ogre Martyr, thanks for following, you bloody peasant. I think gifted is pretty damn good on any build. I mean, taking gifted is never the wrong thing to do. It's just, I mean, there we got 11 stat points, and I can imagine if you got if a skill was just described as get 12 stat points. Really good, isn't it? Okay, weapons wise, I don't need to hand out any of this stuff. Ranged lad, he actually needs to get back in the fight now. go sell this stuff. Ooh, 55 minutes. YouTube folks, it's complete this mission, take a little break. That's your daily dose of Battle Brothers. I really wish we had better solutions for tools on this map.